Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Wake your ass up, fool. John, Jay, and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John, Jay, and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be, and in the place to be. And you're listening to John, Jay, and Rich. Wake your ass up.
John, Jay, and Rich, Tuesday, December 10th, 2024. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. Text the show, text JJR and whatever's on your mind to the number 96893. Is everybody here done Christmas shopping? Have we all Christmas shop? Kyle, you're done?
I'm not done.
You're not done?
No, I still have a few people left on the list.
When you shop, you're shopping for more than just your husband and your kids. You're shopping for...
Correct.
Oh, yikes. What about you, Payton?
Yeah, I'm about halfway done. I've gotten the majority of the girls done. The guys are the ones that always are tricky for me. Like my boyfriend, my brother, and my dad, I struggle with all of the time. So I'm halfway there. And actually, some of my packages came in this morning, so I'm excited to wrap them and put them under my little janky tree that I have.
What about you, Rich?
I am officially done as of yesterday. And because of the internet, I finished a lot faster. I only went into one store to get one thing for one kid. I went in Walmart, and that's it. Everything else is online. I mean, I'm done with my wife, Stacy. I'm done with my kiddos. I'm done with my Secret Santa here on the show. I am good. I took care of my dad, my brother. Everybody's good.
That's impressive.
Done.
I haven't done one thing yet.
Oh, really?
Do you ever?
I know. I'm like, will you do one thing?
Well, it's funny, too, because it's like, I think I haven't had this conversation with my wife yet, but I'm kind of like, do we really need to get each other something, you know? And I'm sure she's going to say no, which means I have to get her something. Then I don't know how I can get her something, because if I buy it online, she'll open it because it comes with all the other things, right?
So you get in your car, and then you drive to the mall.
Right, but then she's like, why are you at the mall?
Yeah.
Then, it's like my day, everywhere I go, my day, she knows exactly where I am at all times, and there's no reason. I mean, if I was at the mall, it's kind of weird because you want to just, I remember when I was a kid, or my mom would give us a gift, and I'd always be like, when did you get that? Like, how did it happen? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's this mystery to shop. But to go, I'm going to go shopping for you, makes me feel, I don't know, makes it less.
Well, is there anything else you have to do at the mall? Like, you could be like, oh, I got to go get my Whoop fixed, or I have to return a pair of shoes.
That's smart.
And then you
But then she'd
are
do it
going
for
to the
me.
mall to do that.
She I'll do it for you.
Then you say, no, I got this.
You know what she
You've
said
had a rough
yesterday?
day.
You got quite the life.
Yesterday she goes,
It's kind of easy just to say you're doing something
because
else.
also she shops for the kids, so I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and in fact, she was even talking about how they're like so much older now that we just give them money.
Yeah.
You don't have to give them anything.
That's what we want.
That's on the list.
Right? She said yesterday, she goes like, so what do you got? What are you doing today? And I was like, oh, I'm going to work out, and then I'm going to go hiking, and then I'll be home. And she goes, I got to go grocery shopping, and then I got to go to Nordstrom to return some stuff, and I got to get a couple things at the mall. She goes, why don't you come with me? And I'm like,
Well, there's your hint right there. Why don't you say, when I go with you, why don't we go on a little shopping spree for you for Christmas? My treat. So you buy her something that
my
she
treat,
picks out.
we have the same budget. We
I
have
know.
the same accounts.
Yes, just words. But you get her something that she wants, and then you wrap it and put it in a tree. She'll probably forget about it by the time Christmas comes
Right.
around.
I don't know what she wants.
And it's not like you can be like, oh, I'm going to get my Secret Santa gift, because I feel like Blake always gets your Secret Santa gift for you.
Yeah.
And
She
do
does.
you even know who your Secret Santa is again?
Well, it's kind of funny because when we did the Secret Santa thing, right? I opened up my note and I put it in my mouth and chewed it, and then I forgot who my Secret Santa was because it was so fast. I kind of remember, but I also don't know if that was years ago.
Oh, my gosh. No.
I know.
Okay.
I know. So I'm gonna have to get a present for all of you, and then wait, and then just do process of elimination.
That's insane.
Yeah. Let's do some updates. A couple people have sent some text messages asking about Payton's ring. Right, you lost your class ring, your championship ring in high school.
Yeah, well, so it was a ring that I got my sophomore year of college for going to the NCAA tournament and winning like our region championship. Mm-hmm. And I wore the ring to one of my high school girls basketball games. I spilt soda on my hand, and I don't know if the ring slipped off or if it fell off in my car or if I took it off and put it on the roof of my car, and now it's just in the streets of Chandler, Arizona. I don't know. But I'm getting my car detailed today with the hopes that the ring shows up somewhere in my car, because my car is actually disgusting to the point.
You're getting
so
it
gross.
detailed? I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm getting it detailed for one because it's so gross. There's a stench in there that I can't get rid of. I don't know where it's coming from. And then also, hopefully, to find my ring. So we'll see.
So did you go back to, where was it? Firehouse Subs? Where was it that you went?
Port of Subs.
Did you go back there to look for it?
I did.
Okay, and there was nothing there.
There was nothing there.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so you're gambling that it's in your car because your car's a disaster, which is what happened to my wife's car is spotless, and we couldn't find her keys. And they were in the car somewhere.
Yeah, it's so bad to the point where, like, every time I get my car detailed, Kadeem feels some type of way because he's like, why didn't you ever get my car detailed? Blah, 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 blah. And I told him I was getting my car detailed. He's like, yeah, you need it. I'm not even mad right now.
Okay, so Jenna, who's behind the scenes on the show, she did share something because she was going to a wedding and she went to this app, the Pickle app, right? Where you cut pretty much as like Uber, you use someone else's clothes, right?
Yeah.
And you got screwed over.
I got major screwed over, but peace has been restored. War is over, guys. I got my full refund for my dress and the late charges that they hit me with. So I got like $100 back. Yeah. I was in the chat fighting the chat support, and I'm not usually like that, but I was like, no, we're not messing around. Like,
You shouldn't have had to fight that. That was clearly lame that they did
get you
that
to
to you in the
dress
first
late
place.
and charge you extra?
they charged me extra for not returning it on time, and I was like, how did you expect me to return it on time when it literally came the day I was supposed to have it back to you? And they're like, we're checking into this. I'm like, there's nothing to check into, respectfully. I added the respectfully in parentheses, but I was like, no, there's nothing to check into.
Were you talking to a human being or a chatbot?
I don't know. Everyone had a different name, and they had weird names, so I thought they were real, but they could have very easily been like a bot, an AI bot.
But you got your money back.
I got my money back.
Yay.
It's back in my account. We're good. But whew,
Will
don't
you ever
stress.
rent from Pickle again?
I don't think so. It really traumatized me. I
It
said
sounds like a good idea.
it does, and like maybe locally, and maybe if I know the seller. But I don't think I can. That one really hurt. I
You
don't think
gotta
I
get
can do that
lucky
again.
on so many levels that dress even fits you.
I know.
You know?
There's a lot that goes into it, and I just literally got the most unlucky.
You know, you've heard of that Turo app?
Yeah.
Where people can rent a car, your car. I'm going to try that like Pickle, but with my like I bought a whole bunch of new Gap clothes, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my old Gap clothes and have a special Gap closet and use it on Pickle. Used Gap shirts. I wonder how much.
gonna be huge.
Probably get someone for
$1.50
that.
each shirt. You rent it, you got to give it back in a week. Kyle, what's coming up with 3 things you need to know?
The totally innocent thing that you should not travel with this year. I'll tell you what it is next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Woke up with a new day. John, Jay, and Rich are live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Kyle and Fug with 3 things we need to know.
It was all over social media. Authorities arrested a suspect in connection with last week's murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The suspect is 26 years old. His name is Luigi Mangione. Was actually eating at McDonald's in Pennsylvania. An employee recognized him, called the cops, and they arrested him. He's going to face gun charges in Pennsylvania, and then they're going to extradite him to New York to face legal action there. Now, they're warning us to be really careful what you decide to travel with this holiday season. You may be tempted to wrap those gifts you're bringing to your friends and family ahead of get ahead of the ball game. But listen, if TSA for any reason finds your package suspicious, they're going to unwrap it. So they said,
That's fun for them.
Don't wrap your gifts ahead of time, because if they need to, they're just going to unwrap it. They say, if you really do want to get ahead, put it in like a gift bag. That way they just take the tissue paper out. You can put the tissue paper back in.
I wonder if they
Don't do it with
unwrap
wrapping
it,
paper.
if they unwrap it nicely, or they like open it like it's a present.
Surprise,
And,
it's a
what I mean?
drone.
And then they go, oh, I guess this is okay. And then do they try to tape it back up? Like, what do they do with your bags? When they open up your bag, you got to close up your bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're on the move, so they don't have time.
they don't
They're in a
care.
hurry. I don't
Yeah.
think they're being very careful with your packages. So that's why they're warning you. Just don't wrap it in wrapping paper. If you want to wrap it, just put it in a gift bag, because then if they have to search it, you can just put it back nicely as well. One Florida man has set himself apart from his neighbors' decorations this year. He combined his love for Christmas decorating and the classic 1983 movie A Christmas Story. This guy created a massive replica of the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. It's 20 feet tall.
Oh, that's giant.
He said it's exact to scale. And he said it's fantastic because a lot of kids walk by, they haven't seen the movie, they wonder what it is, and the parents are like, oh, now we got to watch that movie.
That's
so he
awesome.
thinks he's spreading the joy of a Christmas story while also having a very unique Christmas decoration in his yard. It's ginormous. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Speaking of movies, Payton, what movies you watching?
Twilight. The Twilight series is
What?
in like the top 10 on Hulu.
So
So I'm
topical.
binging it right now. And when you watch it, it's like you can see how much stride we've made like in the cinema world with the movies and stuff. It's very funny to watch, but it still holds up. It's still a good movie. And I was always Team Jacob, but now I feel like I'm Team Edward.
Oh, why?
No.
What changed?
No.
What changed?
I don't know. There's just something about his pale skin that glistens like a diamond.
I mean, vampires should always win over werewolves.
But like Taylor Lautner is just so stinking cute. You just want to cuddle him because he's a wolf. Anyways, I'm now obsessed with the Twilight series again.
And Kyle, are you any further with Black Doves?
I am further. I think I'm on episode 5, maybe?
There's only 6.
All right. Then I'm getting close to
pretty
the
good,
end.
huh?
It's really good. It's
Yeah.
really, I did not want to stop watching it.
Yeah. And Rich, did you finish Lioness?
I finished Lioness yesterday. Oh my God,
That's
that
a good show.
is so intense.
I think Zoe Saldana got nominated for that role, but I'm
She
not
should.
sure for Golden Globe. I think.
I mean, it's like I think Kyle, you'd really like that show. I mean, it's like CIA underground operatives like taking out bad guys, but it goes sideways in a hurry and for a long time.
I put on. Someone told me to watch this show called The Agency. It's with Richard Gere.
Oh yeah, I
And
just saw a
people-
preview for that.
Oh my God, it's so slow. I was like 25 minutes in. I'm like, I can't do it anymore.
So not good?
No, so far, no. Like right now, you put on a show, something happens within the first 3 minutes of a show nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So now, like, you know whether you're going to commit. And maybe this is for smart people, but I'm 20 minutes in and I'm like, I fell asleep. I was in the sauna watching. I fell asleep, and I woke up like, whoa.
It's probably just like the real agency where it's all paperwork. They just show people doing paperwork.
Man, oh man. But Landman dropped another episode too. I highly recommend that show.
That's
Billy
great, too.
Bob Thornton. That's a good show. And then, so I'm watching Landman, and a friend of mine says, you know, the girl, one of the stars, she's this beautiful girl, plays Billy Bob Thornton's daughter. She went to ASU. I was like, no way. He goes, yeah. So I was like looking her up on Instagram. She went to ASU and she like graduated last year.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and she's already been in 2 shows. She was in 1923 or whatever that is, the one with Harrison Ford.
That's really good too.
And then she's in this show right now as Billy Bob Thornton's daughter. And I was like, man, she went to ASU. I wonder if we can get her on. So I was like, someone must know her. So if you know her, I don't even know her name. Do you know her name?
I don't.
I think her last name is Randolph. But if you know her, we'd like to get her on the show. Payton, what's the vibe for horoscopes today?
Well, we're in the middle of Sagittarius season, so I'm going to tell you about yourself in the same way a Sagittarius would.
Okay. Good morning, Brittany. What's your sign?
I am an Aries.
Okay, so Aries, you guys are the human equivalent of smashing the send button before even proofreading. You are always in a rush, you are always dramatic, and somehow the loudest in the group chat. So chill, not everything's a competition, but we still love you, Aries.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Brittany.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I didn't know that Sagittarians were like that. In fact, I'm trying to think, do we have any Sagittarians here?
We don't, but
We don't.
Taylor Swift is a Sagittarius, if that tells you anything.
okay.
Yeah, my kid Audrey's a
Hi,
Sagittarius.
Michelle. Michelle, hi. Oh, is your name not Michelle? What?
I put a typo. Hi, Melissa.
Oh, Melissa. Oh,
Hi. Sorry.
hi. What's your sign?
Gemini.
Okay, Geminis, pick a personality, okay? 1 minute you're everyone's bestie, and the next you're ghosting faster than a Snapchat streak ends. Your attention span is like a goldfish in a rave, which is chaotic energy, and we're here for it.
That sounds about right.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
What do you got for Pisces?
Yeah, Rich, my Pisces. Your vibe is kind of like emo kid who never left your Tumblr phase. So very sweet and dreamy, but also lost in your feelings 24/7. So cry it out, but stop texting your ex because you deserve better.
I think my Tumblr is still active, by the way.
I loved Tumblr.
I thought it was awesome.
Back in the day, 7th grade. Psh, come on.
What about Libra?
Libra, Kyle is our Libra in the room. You couldn't make a decision if your life depended on it. So, you need to make a decision here, Kyle. What's more important, your aesthetic or showing up on time? So either way, you're going to charm your way out of all of the drama once again, and we're here for it.
How could you decide which one's more important?
I know, they both are pretty equally.
How about Virgo?
Yeah, John Jay, your browser has 86 tabs open because you need everything to be perfect, but it's okay to relax a little bit. You're not saving the world by reorganizing your iHeartRadio playlist for the 10th time. Also, please stop judging everyone.
How about for you, for Leos?
Yeah, Leos, congratulations. Our selfies did not need 47 hashtags. We were basically a walking Instagram filter, desperate for compliments, but also pretending that we're unbothered. So we see through you, drama queens.
All right, if we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, JOHNJayandRich.com. Brianna, you sent us a text, right?
I did, yeah.
What's it about?
So it was about Christmas Wish. So I was listening to the podcast from Wednesday and, heard the Christmas Wish story, and it was really sweet, got all teary-eyed. And then I started LOLing out loud because you were talking about things that were unrelated to, like, really happy things, and then you would say, ooh, Christmas Wish after. And I started laughing, and then I don't know, it just stuck with me all day. And so then later in the day, one of my sales reps had called me and was like, hey, I have to go into Les Schwab, I've got to get new brakes. And I was like, ooh, Christmas Wish. And he kind of went, okay.
John Jay and Rich, shout out to Rich and his pepperoni nipples.
Thank you. So emotional.
Christmas Wish.
And then later that afternoon, one of my girlfriends was telling me she just bought a house, and she said, my HOA fees are already going up. And I was like, ooh, Christmas Wish.
It works in so many spots.
Christmas Wish.
What was that?
No, Rich said it works in so many spots. It's a good closer to any kind of conversation.
It used to be years ago, we used to do the show, and John Jay would bring it up whenever something uncomfortable happened on the show. Like, it would end up at the end of War of the Roses. And I had so many people back then walk up and say, why after something terrible happens does John Jay say Christmas Wish? And they're like, is that because he wants you to save that tape? They're like, that's how he lets the guys know that they're saving them. Like, you've read way too much into it.
I have to go meet. I got to meet with a doctor later today for my son, and he might have to have surgery. So if he says, hey, we're going to have surgery, I'll be like, oh, Christmas Wish.
It's like, if it's bad news, it's Christmas Wish. And have you guys heard when, like, there's awkward silences right now, how people are belting out the Elphaba Defying Gravity riff? Any awkward silence, it's
No, I haven't heard that, but I like it.
Tough riff to just whip out.
Silence.
Brianna, you're awesome. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good day, guys.
Christmas Wish.
Christmas Wish.
Rich, what do you got for life hacks today?
Well, it's getting colder out there, and especially in the morning, so we have a couple of hacks to save you in your car.
Also, the debate we had the other day about putting your phone on airplane mode on an airplane, I have a pilot that's going to tell you the truth, whether it matters or not. Stacks and Hacks is coming up next with John Jay and Rich.
You have questions, and we have 4 unqualified people to give you answers.
John Jay and Rich, live on the free iHeartRadio app.
Time for Stacks and Hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. Random information I have. A poll found candy canes are more likely to be used as decorations than food. 60% of us use them as decorating, and some of us like to eat them.
The most delicious decorations ever. I love when candy canes are on Christmas trees because I'm just taking them left and right.
There's a new trend called airport rules, and it's a way of saying that you're treating yourself and anything goes. Like eating pizza for breakfast, having a drink at any hour, and wearing pajamas all day. You notice that when you go to the airport, sometimes you got an early flight, you see somebody at the bar.
Yeah, that's true.
What the hell?
And like the burger places that open up at 5 a.m., why not? Why not get a burger at 5 a.m.?
And speaking of airports, I don't know, this is all over the internet right now, and I brought it up, was it yesterday or last week, about airplane mode? Remember, I was like, that's all BS, right? Well, pilot explains the real reason you can't use your phone on a plane, and it should be on airplane mode.
The airplane mode button on your phone is not a conspiracy. So if you forget to put your phone on airplane mode, no, it's not the end of the world. The plane will not fall out of the sky, and it won't even mess with the systems on board. However, it does have the potential to mess with the headsets. If you have an aircraft with 70, 80, 150 people on board, and even 3 or 4 people's phones start to try to make a connection to a radio tower for an incoming phone call, it sends out radio waves. There's the potential that those radio waves can interfere with the radio waves of the headset that the pilots are using. It's definitely pretty annoying when you're trying to copy down instructions. So if you're ever curious why you got to put on airplane mode, that's why.
Okay.
Fair enough.
A guy on a delayed flight stuck on the plane in Atlanta with a bunch of people. So he pulled out his saxophone While everyone was hanging out, you couldn't get off the plane.
Let's hear you.
Enough! I would have stood up. Enough!
Oh, man.
I didn't come on this plane. It'd be like, Scrooge. Yeah, that's cool.
Good for him.
According to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, blowing your nose too hard can actually make cold symptoms worse. And there's stuff going around right now. They say, instead of one big blow, take your time and blow gently. The average American will spend over $2,000 this holiday season, including $846 on travel, $658 on putting on the holidays, and $559 on gifts. Good news for coffee drinkers. A new study suggests that regular coffee consumption could extend your lifespan by nearly 2 years, which is perfect because I'm 2 years into the coffee game.
It's like coffee and beer. It's like every year they're either good for you or bad for you.
Tokyo, Japan will implement a 4-day work week for its government employees next year to encourage women to have more kids. Taco Bell is opening a new beverage-focused place called Live Mas Cafe. The first one will be in San Diego, and the servers are called Bellristas. Rich, what do you got for life hacks?
It's getting cold in the morning. Payton, you park your car outside, right?
I do.
Have you had to deal with a icy or frosty windshield yet?
Not yet, but I have experienced it.
It's coming. It's coming probably even in the next few days here.
Okay.
So I want you to try this life hack. Here's what you do. You get a potato and you cut it in half and you rub the potato on your windshield. So the sugar from the potato creates a barrier on the window, preventing ice from forming. In the morning, you're not going to have to scrape at all.
Okay.
A half a potato. And if for some reason your locks kind of freeze up on your door, just spray a little hand sanitizer in it because it'll de-ice it in a heartbeat.
Oh, perfect.
Like within seconds, you'll be able to get in. So if you're having a cold morning, try those life hacks. They're up at JOHNJayandRich.com.
Yesterday, Kyle told us a story about this new profession, right? The back scratchers.
Yeah, people are making hundreds of dollars an hour just to scratch people's backs.
So we thought it'd just throw this out there. 877-937-1047. Who do you know that has an unusual job? Or maybe you have an unusual job. Maybe you're a back scratcher. 877-937-1047. I also have this list, which I kind of disagree with. It's just trending online right now about professions that were once highly respected but now are a complete joke, which I disagree with these, but I might get into that too. But first, 877-937-1047. Who do you know with an unusual job? We'll talk to you after Teddy Swims. JOHNJAY and Rich.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
Okay, real talk. We're all kind of hooked on our phones. It's full of shiny apps designed to keep your attention captive forever. But there's real-life stuff to do other than scrolling, and I'm here to help. I'm Christina Quinn, the host of Try This, a podcast from The Washington Post. The show explores solutions for life's common problems. And this season, we're learning to tame the dopamine beast and reclaim our attention in this noisy and distracting world. So let's tame the beast together. Find Try This from The Washington Post wherever you listen.
It's JOHNJAY and Rich. You can call us at 877-937-1047 or text us. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 968 893. Yesterday, Kyle was telling a story about how there's a new job now, a new career, which is a professional back scratcher. People are getting paid hundreds of dollars to scratch your back for an hour. So we thought it'd be kind of fun to call us if you know of someone that has an unusual job. And Nicole, good morning. Who do you know that has an unusual job, and what is it?
Good morning. I had a friend that was a financial dominatrix. So she had like a bunch of guys that just wanted to be in her presence. And whenever she needed money, she would call or text them and be like, give me money, you losers, and just talk down to them. And they would love it, and they would pay her money.
Oh, my God.
What do you think she was making per loser call?
You know, I'm not sure. I remember in college, it started off, she was a foot model. And she said, hey, you want to make some money? And I said, okay. She said, all you have to do is wear these dirty socks with holes in them. We're going to put them up on the table, and we're just going to have a conversation. And this guy gave us $200 to sit there and talk about our boyfriend's small apparatuses.
Oh my God. I would wear a shirt that said, give me your money, you loser. That's hilarious. Like, what a tagline.
Yeah, she bought a house. She made a whole career out of it. She was, like, big in the adult industry for a long time.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I wonder how you just fall into that. Like,
I know. I've never heard of financial dominatrix before. That's interesting.
I don't know. She just progressed. It started with the dirty sock foot modeling, and it went on from there. I don't know.
I can't understand the whole, like, if someone calls me, I get on the phone and they go, you're a loser. Here's $100. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I'd be like, I guess I am a loser for giving you $100 for that. It must be some sort of childhood trauma.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
The real expensive, big pocket guys would want her to, like, walk heels, like that weird, dominatrix things. But the funny part was the financial dominatrix. They didn't get anything in return just to be called a loser.
All right.
That's not, I mean, how are we going to beat that? Nobody's going to have a better job than that.
No, that's insane.
My dad used to do that to me for free.
You'll never amount to anything.
Thanks, Nicole. Have a great day.
You too.
Hey, there's a text here. It said, you text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. And it's a 520 number. It says, has anyone seen the Glitter and Greed Lisa Frank documentary? It's a 10 out of 10 recommend. I started watching it yesterday.
What is it on?
Oh, my God. Amazon, maybe? Let me think about that for a second. I think it's Amazon Prime Video. And it's so wild because I remember when Rich and I started on there in Tucson. Lisa Frank, everyone talked about Lisa Frank. And I remember Lisa Frank stuff. Do you remember Lisa Frank?
Oh, yeah, Trapper Keepers. Come
Yes. So I'm on episode 1, and it's my wife. She's walking by, and she sees me. She hears the documentary, and she stops. She goes, oh, my God, Trapper Keepers? Just like what you said. And she's just staring at it. And she's like, why are they attacking Lisa Frank? Because I'm only on episode 1, where she started the company in 1979. She went to U of A, started the company in 1979. And it just took off making stickers or interviewing old employees. But in the commercial for it, it's like $2 million lawsuit against Lisa Frank. And someone was like, she was really mean. And I'm just like, I feel at this point, from watching the documentary and watching the trailer, that just when companies go big and massive and become successful, you find a reason to take them down.
Sure.
So far, I see nothing.
Like
I've never heard anything negative about Lisa Frank.
No, me either.
But it's like somebody wrote an article. Of course, no matter what, people left this show upset. You know what I mean? And it was all good vibes. So it's like, I feel bad for Lisa Frank. I've never met her before, and I think she still lives there. I'm kind of bummed we never met her.
She's got a great font.
One time we were on the air in Tucson, and I remember we got a package from Lisa Frank, and they sent us tons of stuff.
That's so cool.
I know.
Like, Lisa Frank was all of the rainbows and the glitters and the colors. And I've come across a couple of clips on TikTok about it. I didn't realize the documentary dropped, and I'm so in on that because that's, like, pretty close to home. So I'd be super into that.
I don't even know where her office is, where anything. It's so weird. I don't know much about it. But
I need to know more.
Well, there's only 4 episodes. It's on Amazon, and it's Lisa. It's number 2 on Amazon right now, or something.
And what's it called? Glitter and what? Glitter and Greed.
Glitter and Greed.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So, I forgot. I was going to tell you the story. Something happened yesterday that reminded me of when I was in Las Vegas on Saturday night to go see George Strait. Right. So it was, and my wife reminded me of something. I was like, oh my God! And the way she told the story through her point of view made me LOL. Because we went to go see George Strait. It was my wife, me, our friend / boss Mark, and his wife Katie. Right, so the 4 of us were together. And we had this like VIP area that we kept getting more and more like, oh my God, this is part of it. oh my God, this ice cream is part of it? Oh my God, these free drinks, this food, it was endless. It was like gluttony of food and craziness. And as you guys know, Mark enjoys food. I enjoy food.
Yes.
So when we're together, we enjoy to eat. It's almost terrible.
It's almost a competition.
Yeah. So we go to, I told you guys about the ice cream where it was a big scoop of cookie dough ice cream and a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. Mm-hmm. And I'm eating it, and he got something. I can't remember what he got, but we're sitting there on this counter. The concert's going on, so we're not in the suite. We're in this huge area, and it's almost empty, right? Because everyone's watching the concert. It was who's the guy that opened for George Strait? I told you guys about?
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton was performing. So I'm sitting there leaning, I'm eating this ice cream, and Mark is next to me, and he's eating something. And down the way, I see our wives at the bar. They go to the bar, and there's two guys that are talking to them at the bar. And Mark goes, hey, look, there's two guys talking to our wives. I go, oh, yeah. And I'm like, can you believe this cookie dough ice cream? And he's like, and he goes, oh, my God. He goes, look, I think they have movie candy here, movie theater candy here, too. I'm like, oh, no way. So forgot about the whole thing. Last night, I'm telling my wife this story about a friend of mine who got hit on at a bar when his wife was there. And the wife kicked her leg up in the air the way Kyle kicks her leg up. You know, like, my friend's like, I didn't know my wife could kick her leg like that. And says to this woman that's annoying them, well, are you trying to hit on my husband? Are you trying to hit on my... Like, she freaked out, right? And I was like, and I was telling my wife this story. She goes, that's so funny that she reacted that way. And I go, yeah. She goes, because two guys were hitting on me and Katie, and you and Mark didn't do anything. And I was like, huh? They were hitting on you? I saw them talking to you. They were hitting. She goes, yeah, they were hitting on us. And I look over you and Mark, and you're like talking about your food. I go, she goes, what, you guys? I go, yeah, I was telling Mark I couldn't believe this ice cream that I had, and he was talking about how they had movie theater snacks. And then we look over, and there's two guys literally hitting on our wives. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's really nice. That shows how much you guys love and trust in your relationships because
or love their food.
Movie theater candy for free. It's a big headline.
Movie theater. You never see movie theater candy at a concert.
Oh, that's a big headline.
And I was like, are there Milk Duds? There were gummy bears. There were Sour Patch Kids. There were Red Vines. There was huge boxes of M&Ms. But I would have gone Junior Mints or Milk Duds, but I didn't see that. I was just too caught up in my ice cream.
That's pretty impressive. That place is pretty good. I go see a show there.
Right? Anyway. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't believe they were getting in on.
Nobody paying attention to Chris Stapleton? That would bother me.
I don't know. Vicky, good morning.
Yes, hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
I was just listening to Payton's story about a panic attack on the plane.
Yeah.
And that happened to me recently. It was crazy. I was coming back from Chicago. It was about an hour away from Tucson. I was in the first seat. There was nobody in the middle seat. I was uncomfortable and cold. And all of a sudden, I just started crying and felt very, very anxious. And I was texting my daughter, and she's like, well, tell somebody. And I'm like, no. I just had my head down. I just wanted to get off the plane. When we land, I get off. I go into the bathroom, and I'm literally like, like uncontrollably crying. And it was the oddest thing. I've never experienced it before. I get outside, and I get to the guy who's waiting so I could go to my car, and he's like, where's your ticket? I'm like, I don't have a ticket. I didn't get a ticket. And 2 days later, I found my ticket in my bag.
Wow.
Oh, you poor thing.
You're really going through it.
It was horrible. Yeah, it was really bad. I don't know what was happening. So I was so glad to get home.
There must be something in the air, like, so again, went to go see George Strait. He has a song called I Saw God Today. And he performed it Saturday night while we were in Vegas. And it was a great concert. My wife gets into the sauna, and she's listening to George Strait now because, you see an artist, you get caught up. She comes out of the sauna, and she goes, did George Strait sing I Saw God Today Saturday night? And I go, yeah. And she's like, I just heard the song. It's a beautiful song. The song is... And she's crying in front of me.
Whoa.
Crying in front of me. Covered in sweat, and I'm trying to watch TV. And I didn't know how to handle it. I just started laughing.
Yes, you did. There might be something in the air. Lots of emotions.
Yeah, it's just part.
Right? Oh, my God. But anyways, I sympathize with you, Payton. I've been there. It's horrible.
I feel you.
Thank you, Vicky. Thanks for listening. Thanks for calling in.
Have a good day.
So just to recap, two guys hit on my wife and her friend. The Lisa Frank documentary is on Amazon. And people panic on airplanes.
That covers it all.
Yep. All right. We're getting ready for Second Date Update. We're going to talk to Corbin. Corbin, give us a little taste of what's going on with you and your date.
Yeah, so I went out with this really cool girl, and I think maybe I just complimented her too much.
And that's why she's blowing you off?
Yeah. She, it was 3 weeks ago, and she just has not gotten back to me, and I felt like we had a really great date. I'm wondering if she just wants a guy who's mean to her. I don't know.
Okay, that's enough. We will hang on the line, okay? We're going to hear your story, and then we're going to call her and find out why she's blowing you off. Second Date Update starts next with John, Jay, and Rich.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second Date Update right now with John, Jay, and Rich.
Time for Second Date Update. We want to hear all about this date, Corbin, how you met the person, and everything going through your mind, and then we're going to try to figure out why they're blowing you off. Good morning, Corbin. Welcome to John, Jay, and Rich Second Date Update.
I met Laura, met on one of the apps, obviously.
It's not obvious. Could have met at church.
I mean, that's how people are finding their matches nowadays.
Well, I don't think it's obvious.
We're following.
Can't just throw out a
Sorry, Corbin.
qualifying word like that.
Just take us down the road of the date.
Yeah, what happened?
We met horseback riding through the Galapagos. It's obvious.
Obviously.
That'd be super chill, meeting someone at a horseback riding event. I wish. Yeah, so from the moment we met up, I felt like she was like something special, There was like this connection that was just, she was funny and charming and easy to talk to, and the date was just, I don't want to say perfect, but it felt perfect, and I was so excited to hear from her again, but now it's been a couple of days and I just have no idea why she's like ghosting me.
So you went back in your head, you went over the date, and you're like, okay, did I do something weird? Did I eat my spaghetti odd? Like, when you go back into the moment, like, was there anything that you're like, okay, maybe that's why she's not calling me back?
No, yeah, for sure. I've been replaying it many times, especially when I'm not sleeping, and I'm like wondering if I compliment her smile too much, or there was like an awkward joke I kind of made about not knowing how to fold fitted sheets. I thought it would get a laugh, but crickets. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just came on too strong, or maybe she just wasn't into me the way I was into her, or maybe I did something to mess it up and I didn't even realize it. But you can probably tell, but it's driving me a little crazy, and I just kind of want to know what happened.
So when you leave the date, do you think something went wrong and it didn't connect, or do you think this was the greatest first date of my life? Goodbye.
Aside from not kissing at the end, I was like, this is it. I'm locked up for a couple months at least.
All right, we're going to find out. Normally
cool.
we call her right now, but since it took you so long to tell us the story, we're going to take a little break. We'll come back. We'll get Laura on the phone and find out why she's blowing you off. Second Date Update continues next. Jay and Rich, we're in the middle of Second Date Update. You got Corbin and Laura. They met on the dating app, obviously. They went to dinner. He complimented her smile too much, he says. Corbin, how long ago was this date with her?
This was about 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so then at the end of the date, you went in for the kiss, and she kind of gave you the hug. So where we're at right now is...
But there were also, there was it was like a sexy hug in a way, It wasn't just friends, I think.
I only give sexy hugs. That's just what I do.
Okay.
All right, well, we're going to call her.
It wasn't just sorry. I just I want to hear what she has to say.
Okay, we're gonna call her and find out. What is a sexy hug? I think a sexy hug would probably be from behind. Is that a sexy hug? Oh. What's a good sexy hug?
So maybe longer.
Longer?
More embrace.
20 seconds.
More handsy.
Yeah,
Hello?
Hey, is Laura there?
Yes, this is Laura.
Hi, my name's Payton. I'm with John, Jay, and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly if you have some time this morning.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Okay, good. So you are on the radio live.
On the radio. Yeah. Wow, live. Okay.
We took a call from a guy, and he was telling this guy was like, "Hey, I need some help." Lately, a lot of people calling us asking us for advice, and he was like, "I need some advice." I went on a date with this girl. He says it went great. You're the girl, by the way. Now he says you're kind of blown up.
You're the guy with the advice.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to help him figure out where things went wrong. So far, it sounds to me that where he went wrong is he complimented your smile like 100 times. So we're talking about Corbin.
Oh.
So we're just curious, what went wrong in your eyes?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we were having a pretty decent date at first, but then it took a sharp turn into like cringe city. Like literally at one point he randomly dropped the phrase, I'm just holding space for that. Okay. And then he went on about how he's a chill guy. Okay. Who's always very demure and mindful. Sound familiar?
Did you have a TikTok date?
He's just like trying to do all the buzzwords from the year.
Yes, like 3 in one sentence, like SEO keyword city. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I thought maybe he was just quirky, like he was being ironic or like sardonic, and I'm just like, no, like he's trying to pass this off as like his personality, you know? Yeah.
Did he refer to your salad? Did he call your salad Skibidi Toilet? That's when you know.
Oh my God, Skibidi. I can't with the Skibidi. And so it just felt really weird, you know? And then I got a little suspicious because I'm 30, right? So I consider myself an adult, you know, and I'm like, okay, this guy's being a little immature. He's just giving me kind of childish vibes. And on Bumble, it said he was 30 also. But, okay, so are you ready to find, like, do you want to know the truth? Like, this guy is not 30 at all. Like, he's 23. He's a kid. So he lied about his age. And he apparently likes mature women, so I'm a mature woman. And, yeah, I'm, like, so mature at 30. And I get, like, he was trying to pass as an older guy, but, like, and no shade to anyone who's young and wants to, like, date up. Like, I think that's cool, but, like, why are you pretending to be some wise older guy and you're talking in memes, you know? It's just like, that's not it. Like, that's just not going to pass off as an older guy. And at that point, I just couldn't handle it. And I was like, okay, I have to pull the plug before this becomes part of, like, whatever this mindful chill guy's journey is, you know?
So you weren't at all like, I'm going to take this 23-year-old and just show him. Take him to the bedroom.
Oh, my God.
Show him.
Oh, my God. I don't need a boy toy. Like, I want a man, you know? And if I'm trying to date like a living, breathing TikTok meme, like I don't, you know, I could find that on the internet. Like I don't really want someone that's just like quoting, you know, viral TikTok.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, that's weird.
I'm sorry. Can I jump in and
please do?
Oh my God.
Hey, Laura,
wow.
I'm sorry. This is really awkward. I don't love being called a kid, but I'm not sure what to say.
I don't know. I feel like, should I be quoting someone? Like, hi, my name is, but my name is who? Like, I don't know.
That's more millennial.
But,
is it?
Yeah.
Eminem?
I'm reaching up, you know. I'm aging up, so I'd like to.
So I do watch a lot of TikToks, but I didn't really realize that was coming out in my vernacular. So you know, that's like a word that a man uses, right? Not a kid. Well, like I really, you know, I really was into you, and you know, I'm sorry about the age thing. Like, if I'm being honest, I usually do say something before I meet in person, but I just thought our conversation just flowed. It's just like a very chill conversation as we were talking on the app.
Very chill. Because you're a chill guy.
This is like
You're
so
just
awkward.
a chill guy. He's very demure and mindful. So I'll be taking notes.
Low key, I'm dead.
Oh my God.
I'm dead after finding out all about this. This is crazy.
Hop off.
So you're saying you don't want to have another date?
Yeah, take her somewhere like the club.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What if we went out and I won't quote any TikToks. We can just talk and have a good time again like we did.
No cap?
I don't know. I think you're missing that Riz.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, cool. Well,
I like them together. They have a little chemistry.
Hi, Corbin.
Oh, he's too young for her.
Yeah, too young for her. It's okay.
Yeah, you're too young, dude. You got to go secure the bag somewhere else.
Okay, here he goes.
Back to bone. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for reaching out. You could have just told me that yourself too, but that's cool. I appreciate you guys. And
here's the thing, real quick. Listen, as you go on with your life, I don't think you should lie on these dating apps, especially about your age.
Yeah,
just 23-year-olds. They're like, I can't go out.
I know,
with
but you can't say that you're 30. Say you're 23, looking for a mature woman because you can't handle these 23-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not far from Timothy Chalamet. I think he's 27. So, and that's like everybody. He appeals to all ages.
He does.
He really does. And
He really does.
He's got great cheekbones.
Laura, no second date, or do you want a second date?
I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Like, I would be friendly with him, but maybe just, if he wants to shoot me a
Well, I hope you find a nice guy who takes care of you and makes you laugh the way I did that one time.
All right. Thank you both for going on the air with us.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
All right. That's Second Date Update with John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich.
John, Jay, and Rich. In about 15, 20 minutes, we're going to get to some entertainment news. But Sabrina Carpenter's in the news too, right?
Yeah, because she kind of opened up about the song we just played, Please, 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 about how it's duality for her. It's basically showing her musical inspiration, but then also her personal life.
I was so excited when I wrote that song because it felt like a fraction of me that I had been waiting to not only write but to put out and then perform, and then it just feels very in line with all the music I grew up listening to that I love, but also very much myself. And that song was obviously based on real life events.
Right. So is Driver's License, right? Isn't that Olivia Rodrigo about her?
Yeah.
Isn't that about Sabrina
Probably with that blonde girl.
Do you remember when that song came out? We were like, it's Sabrina Carpenter. She's this person. We had to describe who she was.
I know. She's so huge.
All right, so we were just talking about Gen Z lingo, right? And Gen Alpha lingo because the Second Date Update. And that hits home for you, Kyle and Fug?
Absolutely. My daughter is Gen Alpha. She's 10 years old. And she learned all the words from her older cousin. All of the words. And so it's Skibidi Sigma in our house, Skibidi Toilet, Skibidi everything. In fact, my daughter has a phone, and in her phone, everybody is programmed as Skibidi something. Skibidi cousin, Skibidi friend, Skibidi mom. Everything is Skibidi whatever. And it was funny because my bonus daughter, she's Gen Z. And she was sitting in the car next to Addie. And she had her first oh my gosh, I'm not the younger generation moment because she did not know Skibidi. And so she looked over and Addie had her contacts open and my bonus daughter goes, "What's Skibidi?" And Addie was like, "What?" She's like, "Skibidi, what is that?" And they just laughed and laughed and laughed. It was like, "Of course, it's Skibidi. You don't know Skibidi?" And it was this a whole thing. She's like, "Sorry, it's not my generation."
That realization, though, it hurts your soul. It does. I mean, I'm around high school girls all the time, and I'm like, what does that even mean? What's a huzz? What's a boom that? I don't get it.
So you find out huzz?
Yeah, apparently it means
hussy, husband?
Something like that. Yeah, that's their little side.
Okay, that's Gen Alpha. So if you could go, Payton, you're Gen Z, right?
Yeah, I'm
Gen
Z.
What's one word you think that it would be 20 years from now they'll use to describe your culture?
Oh, geez, probably slay, fire, things like that.
Kyle, you're millennial. What do you think is one word?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's hard. That is really tough. Yeah.
I kind of think Generation X is, we use badass for everything.
Badass, dude, man.
Yeah.
I feel like millennials, we just use normal words.
No. You guys started at all that in a bag of chips.
You guys started pretzel buns. That's good. I'll give you that.
You guys.
I saw this thing I was going to get into this, but I think it's so interesting. It's some cool things that happened for the first time in 2024. Can you think of anything that happened for the first time in 2024?
That rocket returning to the pad. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Robots were announced.
That's not in here.
No.
For example, father and son duo played in the NBA for the same team. LeBron James and his son Bronny.
Big time.
That was
AI
big.
started taking over.
Breaking made its Olympic debut.
Yes.
But it was short-lived. It will not be in the 2028 games.
Aww.
I didn't see this next thing, but scientists observed an orangutan treating itself with medicinal herbs in the wild.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
A former U.S. president was convicted of a felony. Wow. Also, Donald Trump became the oldest person elected president.
Oh, really? He's older than Joe Biden
I guess.
was when he got elected?
I guess so. Saudi Arabia hosted a swimsuit fashion show. A street food taco stand in Mexico got a Michelin star.
Oh.
These are the first things that first times ever happened.
But that's delicious.
How about this? Like, this is something else I didn't know. An extreme marathoner finished running the length of Africa from top to bottom, running 10,000 miles over the course of 352 days.
Wow.
Sheesh.
A pig kidney was successfully transplanted into a human.
Crazy.
And scientists detected water on an asteroid's surface.
I feel like these should have been bigger headlines. We missed a few of these.
How can they tell there's water on an asteroid? It's going a billion miles an hour. And they got binoculars. Like, look at it. There it is. Look at it. That had to be water.
They saw the little tiny droplet.
That was water. Anyway. Hey, Payton, what's the story with you saying first time you just got basketball shoes? Because you've been playing basketball your whole life.
Yeah, I've been playing basketball since I was 7 or 8, and I'm 26 now. So literally my entire life. And on the basketball court, you need basketball shoes, right? You can't wear them outside. Like, that's a big no-no, X, Y, and Z, right? I stopped playing basketball 4 years ago when I was like graduating college, right? And so I bought my very first pair of basketball shoes, but to wear as street shoes. The first time ever.
What shoes did you get?
I got the Sabrina 2s.
The Sabrina 2s.
Because I was just like, so I got these basketball shoes to like wear with my coaching outfits. And when I stepped outside in these shoes for the first time, it felt so wrong.
You're like, whoa, no.
So you don't just wear them as a coach when you're on the court. You're wearing them out as normal shoes.
No, I'll probably just wear them with like my athletic gear. I wouldn't wear them like into here unless I was wearing like my Basha stuff.
Your athletic gear, I mean, when you're coaching?
Yeah, like when I'm coaching, like if we're wearing like leggings and a hoodie or like sweatsuits and stuff like that.
I kind of got that way now with like, because of my son Dutch, I've learned a lot about shoes and like the Kobe's, for example, right? Kobe's are these great basketball shoes. They're way expensive shoes. And now it's like I've seen people wear Kobe's out in public. And I'm like, what the hell's that guy doing?
Exactly.
What's he doing? And you usually find out whenever you see someone wearing Kobe's, they're like some rich, clueless person.
They have no idea.
You have to be like that one influencer. Excuse me, what do you do for a living that you would wear these just out and about?
Exactly. So that's funny. We were at this restaurant, and this guy came walking in, and he was wearing the Grinch Kobe's, and he was wearing them, right? And he was sitting on a chair waiting for his food to go. And I go, look at that guy wearing Kobe's. And Dutch goes, that's okay, because that's so-and-so. And he was a huge gamer YouTuber. I can't remember who it was. But he always wears Kobe's. I don't know. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is. But if you're able to rock Grinch Kobe's and you're not on a basketball court, then you can definitely wear them out and about. Those are like $1,500 pair of shoes.
Dang.
I know.
Their resale is like absolutely insane. And I mean, that just happens. I mean, Kobe died in 2020, and his shoes just went bloop all the way up.
They're $1,500. So what's a pair
They get up there.
What's a pair of like Louboutins cost, Kyle? Same.
Around there, yeah, 15 to 2,000.
Sounds about right.
But you can't play basketball really well in Louboutins.
Well,
I don't think you could. Although they do have tennis shoes, so maybe.
We got JOHNJAY and Rich Christmas Wish in full swing. We're looking for families throughout the valley that need a little luck this Christmas. So if you know of a family that fits that description, go to our website. Go to johnjayandrich.com or go to 1047kissfm.com and click on Christmas Wish. Tell us all about these families. We're going to get some entertainment news. Is there more news on the Jay-Z stuff?
Yeah.
There is? Okay. All right, we're going to get to that and other things coming up next. JOHNJAY and Rich. It's JOHNJAY and Rich. Let's get to some juice. What's going on with Jay-Z, Kyle and Fug?
Oh, my goodness. So we know that a lawsuit that was filed back in October was refiled, naming Diddy, who was already named in the file, but then also Jay-Z, accusing them of sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl back in 2000 at the MTV VMAs after party. So now Jay-Z is gone into full crisis management mode. Showed up with his wife, Beyonce, at the Mufasa premiere with his daughter who's in it. And they're like, one big happy family smiling for the cameras right there. In the meantime, Jay-Z's lawyer also filed paperwork telling the judge that this Jane Doe cannot be anonymous because they haven't presented any information that why they need to be anonymous, right? So Jay-Z's saying this person who's accusing him needs to come forward and share her identity or the lawsuit should be dropped. Wait and see how that plays out in court. I'm not really sure if the judge agrees with that or disagrees with that or what the proof is that she deserves to be anonymous. I think we all can know her life would probably be in danger if she came forward. On the flip side of that, like I said, Jay-Z's in full crisis management mode. He put out a statement basically denying the allegations, and he said this to the Jane Doe's attorney: only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable.
I think it's going to be insane to see if this case goes from a civil case to a criminal case, because that's when it's going to get real. Once that happens, the dominoes are going to start to fall.
The Jay-Z one or the Diddy one?
The Jay-Z one. The Diddy one is already a criminal case. Okay. But once this goes from, oh, I'm just suing you, to, oh, I am pressing charges and you're about to go down for this, is when it's going to
Who makes that call?
Real. It would be the defendant, or not the defendant, the person pressing the charges on Jay-Z and the lawyer.
Okay.
Right.
Basically, he's saying, come out here and show who you are, or drop these cases and stop trying to sue me for my money. Either persecute me or drop the charges.
But didn't even Jay-Z say take it to a criminal case so I can defend myself?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
He's still going to have to defend himself. And there's already caused like ripple effect in his family. Like Tina Knowles apparently liked a post.
I saw that too.
About the headlines. And she was like, no, that wasn't me. My account was hacked.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Oh, she had to do it by mistake.
Yeah, probably.
She had to was scrolling and like, we've all done it.
Right. And even if you
didn't mean to like that picture. Right. It wasn't me.
When you do unlike it, it probably stays up there for a little bit. Someone's going to catch it.
People screenshotted it. It was up there for enough time that the screenshots happened.
Jeez.
And then Beyonce, she's got a tour rumored to be happening next year. She's got a Christmas NFL appearance, and now all that's kind of up in the air because while she's not named in the lawsuit, obviously it's her husband. Yeah. Obviously it's affecting her family, and now all these performances that she had on deck are kind of in question.
What about the big game halftime show that
That's
he
what I'm
puts
saying.
on, too?
It's in question. But I don't think she'll skip the halftime show.
No, I'm talking about his halftime show for the big game.
That's interesting you say that, Rich, because 50 Cent has now called to take him off of that
50 Cent is so
responsibility.
messy. He just stirs the
50
pot
Cent
more
was
and
like,
more.
should we really be having him be planning our big halftime show?
Let's get in some positive. What did Taylor Swift do with all this money?
She made $2 billion, over $2 billion on her Eras tour. And she actually gifted the Eras tour crew over like $197 million in bonuses throughout the tour.
Isn't that kind of what the ASU coach did?
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Like, what a way to give back. Like,
I know.
That makes me think, like, okay, keep spending all your money on Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
If she's doing stuff like that, okay.
She knew
What
it
if
was a
she's
long
like-
tour. She knew it was tough on everyone and rewarded them.
Everyone's like telling the story. It's 197 million. What if she's like, actually, it was 200 million. Why would I do 197 million? Like, you guys are getting it all wrong. But anyway, what about Chris Rock? This blows my mind.
Yeah, Chris Rock was actually performing at some billionaire's party and ended up storming out like in the middle of his set. And it was all because apparently he saw someone in the audience recording his set. And that apparently was against the rules. Chris Rock's brother came forward and was like, listen, it's kind of like he's testing out new material. And if you record it when you're not supposed to record it and you put it out there for the world to see, it's like a chef presenting a dish that isn't ready yet. Like he doesn't want that to happen. He wants the bit to be perfected before it goes out into the world. So if he's testing things out and that was part of the rules, he had every right to leave and storm off and not come back.
Wow.
Dang, that billionaire is probably like, whoa.
Hey, I paid for you to perform.
Represent, baby.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. Good morning, Melanie.
Hello, John Jay. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks for holding. What's going on?
Okay, so I was in the store, a store, when a man started kind of chatting me up and flirting, and he was definitely good looking and very, I'll say, charming. Okay, and at one point he said to me, "So what are you, like 22, 23?" And when I said I told him my real age, I saw him visibly recoil. Like he was disgusted. And I'm only 33 years old. And also, he was about 50. But he acted like he couldn't get away from me fast enough. Like my, I don't know, seniorness was contagious.
Oh, my God.
But he's clearly 20 years older than you anyway?
Yes, it was bizarre. And he was also clearly attracted to me. But the moment he found out that I was so old, I'm 33, God forbid.
I'm like, did you run into Leonardo DiCaprio?
I know, right?
There's a guy I know. His name is Jim. And I think he's almost 70. And he will not date a woman unless she's under 40.
And why?
Well, I can't tell you why. I mean, I can tell you why, but it needs to be believed. It's pretty graphic.
Oh, ew.
I know. He's got
Okay.
he's got a reason for it. And it's like, and he's a medical professional, and it's a medical reason. And he's like, I will not date a woman unless she's under 40. And here's why. Blah. And I'm like, what? Like, I'd never heard of that. But anyway, he won't date her. And the thing is, he dates very attractive women, all under 40.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you should maybe introduce your friend to Melanie then, since she's under 40. She makes the guideline.
I mean, I'm sure if people have their preferences, I get it, but that was pretty rude reaction.
So rude. Anyway.
Yeah.
Did you say
Sorry,
anything?
Melanie. Sorry.
Did you call him on it at all at the end of the convo or the flirt?
No, because he literally ran away. He was like, he booked it out of there.
Well, you didn't want him anyways then.
Right?
I mean, the good news is that you look a lot younger than you are. That's good. That's a...
True, yeah, but you can also keep me away from that 70-year-old.
Yeah.
Because that's not my vibe either.
Ew.
Well, thanks for calling in and sharing that with us, Melanie.
Yes, love your show.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
It's John, Jay, and Rich. John, Jay, and Rich. Big news in the Christmas card world. Right, Unfug?
I got my Christmas cards.
Now,
That's big
I
news
saw
in the
you
Christmas card
post
world, though.
something in your stories or something that was Christmas cardish. Like, are those the photos or the outtakes?
Those were some of the photos. Yeah. So our photographer, she's really awesome. If you're looking, and she's so sweet. She's taken our family's pictures, I think, for the last 10 years. Her name is Ana Marisol, and she's so talented. It doesn't matter where we are, but she always makes the background just look incredible, and she just knows how to pose us, and she's a delight to be around. She actually had posted the pictures, and then I sort of reposted her saying, a big thank you for just always being so sweet to our family. But I ordered the pictures or the Christmas cards on Black Friday because I had to get a good deal, and they showed up at my house yesterday, and now I'm frantically trying to, and it turns out I'm out of my labels, so now I need to buy more labels, but I feel this pressure to get them out because it's already the 10th.
Yeah, it's coming up, man.
And at this point, it's who knows? I know the USPS is probably getting bombarded with all these things, and it's I want them to show up on time, and it's stupid Thanksgiving was so late this year.
It really
now
was.
It's everything's hyper speed.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it goes your way. I feel like when you get to that level of adulthood to be sending out Christmas cards, that's so big time. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there soon.
I still think, I said this before, I still think you and Kadeem should send out one.
I've brought
It'd
it
be
up.
so cute.
And he's like, why? We're not married or engaged.
Oh, that hurts a little.
I agree with him.
What is that?
You don't need to do that. I sent out Christmas cards of just me and my dog at one point.
Okay, maybe
So
I'll just
Merry
send it of me and Jesus, my tortoise brother.
Because you do calendar dog, you can never look back at that and go, oh, that's whatever. But you look back at you, Kadeem, oh, it didn't work out. Now I'm married to this guy. And then the new husband's going to be, why do you even do Christmas card with this Kadeem guy when you're not with him anymore?
I feel you. Maybe that's his
dark.
angle.
Spreading Christmas cheer.
It's like when I remember my wife and I got married, when we took our pictures, I didn't want the guy my sister was dating to be in our pictures because she was just dating him. was like, how do we know this guy's going to be around? Guess what? She's not with him. That's not who she married. And now our wedding pictures look great because he's not in there.
I saw something. It was like a funny meme that was like just a reminder to put all of your siblings, significant others that are just dating on the outside of the pictures so you can crop them out.
Oh,
if
yeah.
necessary.
That's a great hack.
That's so real because every year on my Facebook, I get on there and it's like a picture of our group family, and we always do like matching Christmas pajamas, and my ex is in the pictures and is in the middle of the pictures, and I don't want to delete the post because I want it of my family, but why are you in my pictures? Why did my mom let me do that?
Outside.
So smart. Genius.
Can you put
Genius.
Kadim's face on that person's
Just
body?
Photoshop it. Hey, it might work.
What is the joke you said you were going to pull on Kadim?
Oh my gosh, I have the funniest joke ever. And I've done it a couple times and it hasn't gone over well for me. So there is this trend on TikTok, and basically you go on there and you take a bunch of pictures of your significant other and you post them and you caption it. Everybody, like, guess what you think my boyfriend's name would be if you don't know him. So all of these random people are commenting on these pictures I've posted of Kadim, and they're saying his name's like Deshaun and Carter and Jamarcus and all of these hilarious names. And nobody's going to guess his name because his name I think is a pretty unique name for the most part. And so every time I see him and I remember and I know he's walking in the door, I'll start recording him and I call him by the name of what one of the comments.
That's next.
So I'll be like,
You're funny. That's
I'll
good.
be like, hey, Jamarcus, pass me the butter. And he's like, I think it's hilarious.
He doesn't like it.
He does not enjoy it.
Well, that's where I think the Christmas card comes in handy. You and Kadim, you send them out and you say, Merry Christmas from Payton and Jamarcus. and then,
Oh my God,
it's okay.
How have you not done that?
What?
That is so great.
That's taking the joke to the next level. Going on, printing it on card paper.
It's hilarious to me. And somebody gave him a full name. Jamarcus Deshaun Watson is his name.
It sounds like one of the names from Key and Peele.
Yeah, if there is a Deshaun Watson.
They're totally stereotyping
Quattro,
my boyfriend
quattro.
by his looks.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
Well, it's funny you say something about adulthood is getting a Christmas card. You're kind of right, but at the same time, maybe there's an evolution because, first of all, Rich, do you and your wife being newlyweds send out Christmas cards together?
Not only have we haven't even talked about it. It's not even been a consideration.
Oh, I think
Not
that's
at
one
all.
of the things you find out before you propose.
if we do a card.
Religion, political stance, and where are you on the Christmas card?
Yeah, I think it's great that she hasn't asked me about it. We don't have to do any special pictures or anything like that. So I think we're good.
Well, when we had the whole family together, we always had a Christmas card, and my wife worked on it for a long time. And now, we have kids that are in college in different parts of the country, so it's kind of hard. So we did take one good picture over the summer by chance, and that was going to be our Christmas card. But my wife's working on it, and I'm a Virgo, firstborn, and I nitpick.
And you're not happy with anything?
Yeah, so she shows me the Christmas card photo that she made up on whatever app that you make Christmas cards on, right? And it's our picture, all of us, the 5 of us. But then above us is several Christmas trees in the picture, right?
Okay.
Like digital Christmas trees. You know what I mean? It says Happy
Yeah,
Holidays.
it's like a border.
Yeah. But to me, I'm like, there's the Christmas trees are too big and it makes this picture small. We're the star of the photo, not the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
I go, can't you find another border? And then it was like laptop shut, heavy breathing.
Right, because she's working hard on the
She's
Christmas
probably
card.
already tried 8 other billion of borders, and that was the one she liked.
Did she at all say, why don't you do it?
No, she didn't say that yet. But then
that's
yesterday.
coming. That's coming.
Yesterday, this is 2 days ago. Yesterday, I go, hey, so where are you on the Christmas card? And she's like, nowhere. I don't have time anymore. I'm like, well, just do the one with the Christmas trees then. Send it out, whatever.
You ruined it.
No, if she sent it out, you'd be like, I told you these should have been smaller.
No, we didn't
But
send it
whatever.
out last year. It's different. So then we're all going to be together for Christmas this year. And she wants to take a Christmas card photo for next year. But everyone will look different next year. A year from
that
today.
different.
Totally. I look different now than I did last year. I changed more than anybody.
with your procedures and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. I have a beard, don't have a beard, gray hair, don't have gray hair. Fat, thinner, double chin, no double chin. I mean, geez Louise. Hey, Nick, you coming in here? Oh, because we're going to play a game. We need a contestant. That's right. Oh, my God. So we're going to play. We need a contestant for Noise Machine. And the game or the prize is either Shakira tickets, right? Or Zoo Lights.
Shakira or Zoo Lights is correct, yeah. Just announced the second date of the Shakira show.
So you pick the prize. 888-937-1047. We're going to play Noise Machine. So call us right now. Get your pick. Shakira or Zoo Lights. I'm assuming you'd lean towards Shakira, but what do I know? Everyone loves Zoo Lights.
Yeah, that's massive.
I've never been to Zoo Lights. Well, maybe I was one time, but there's no animals.
Oh no, it's like the lights are the animals.
Right, there's not. Where do the animals go?
They're sleeping.
Yeah, we went 2 weeks ago, and my kids spotted one of the tortoises.
Well, that's
and
exciting.
they lost their minds because that was the only animal that they saw.
They go to the zoo to see what animal.
Did you see it? Yeah, I got
We
it.
went to the Desert Botanical Garden just last weekend, and you know how it's literally right by the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
As we were passing the entrance to the zoo, the line was like all the way out down the street.
Wrapped
Zoo Lights was
around.
popping.
Yeah, man, that goes off.
Yeah.
Was that Desert Botanical thing nice? Because I
It
saw
was
those
actually
pictures.
really cool. They've added a whole bunch of stuff. Like in the past, they didn't have that much stuff to walk around and look at, but they have this thing right now called Desert Bloom, and they're these metal sculptures, and they have lights in them. But when the lights are on, the sculptures emit these huge shadows of light, and
That's cool.
it looked really, really cool.
Every time
It's
you go
impressive.
there and you post from there, I say to myself, is she at the Desert Botanical Gardens? And you tag them, and I have to read their initials out loud because their Instagram account, DGB PHX, something like that. It's like something I'm like, DGB. All right, Crystal's going to play with us, right? Hi, Crystal.
Yes,
Are you playing for Shakira or Zoo Lights?
Shakira.
Shakira. Okay, Nick, what game are we going to play?
We're going to play Noise Machine today, guys. What is everybody talking about? I like being topical. What's
Christmas.
everybody talking about?
The guy
Christmas
that
cards.
killed the guy that killed the guy.
Wicked.
Okay. Well, John Jay's correct. He already gets 1 point because it's Christmas themed today, guys.
Yay.
It's Nick's favorite Christmas movies.
Okay.
I'm going to play a clip. You tell me what movie it's from. Seems pretty simple, right? Mm-hmm. It's because it is. Okay, we're going to start with John Jay.
Oh, these cookies! I gotta get the recipe from Les. Put that cookie down now!
Jingle All the Way.
For the first time in 4 years, John Jay is correct. Jingle all the way!
Oh my God!
1 point for John Jay this round. We'll move on to Rich.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. One nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Thank you, Rich. Correct title. Full title. Good job. 1 point for Rich this game. My favorite, Payton.
But some would rather die.
If they'd rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle All the Way is the guess? Okay. We've apparently never seen Jingle All the Way. It's a little
Jingle
happier than that. We are looking for, of course, guys, everybody in the room together, Muppet Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carols.
See?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody else, everybody else knew it, Payton. That's
Michael Caine
embarrassing.
featuring Michael Caine.
For sure.
Kyle?
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas.
That's a Christmas Story.
A Christmas Story is correct. Thank you, Kyle. After one round, the only person off the board is Payton, and now it's Crystal's turn.
You did it! Congratulations! World's best cup of coffee.
Elf.
Elf is correct. Way to go, Crystal. Round 2 is a speed round. We'll start with John Jay.
I want the Turbo Man action figure with the arms and legs that move, and the boomerang suitor, and the rock and roll jetpack, and the realistic voice activator that says 5 different phrases, including "It's Turbo Time." Accessories sold separately. Batteries not included.
Jingle All the Way.
The guess is Jingle All the Way, and the guess is correct. This is a redemption story for John Jay. 2 points in this game. Rich.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
That is the great Hans Gruber from the movie Die Hard.
Attaboy. 2 points for Rich in this game. 2 points for John Jay. 2 points for Rich. Payton.
Those pedals. There they are! Bert! What do you know about that? Merry Christmas!
A Muppet's Merry Christmas.
A Muppet's Merry Christmas. No, I'm sorry, Payton. That
Rich
is
for steal.
also incorrect. Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
It's a Wonderful Life.
From 1946, It's a Wonderful Life. Greg, way to go, Rich.
Cool.
Kyle?
Really cool. That is not one of your favorite Christmas movies. You're just out here lying.
It actually might be.
Sabotaging and lying.
Because it is the foundation for Sesame Street.
It's a classic.
Which is Muppets.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
Bert and Ernie are the cops. Bert and Ernie are the cops.
Kyle?
I don't want a super fella. You know about him. He wets the bed. He'll pee all over me.
We just watched it last night. It's Home Alone.
Home Alone. 2 points for Kyle. Crystal, you could win the game right here.
Okay.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
It's the Grinch.
Oh, my God!
All right, Crystal, congratulations. You're going to Shakira.
Woo! Thank you, guys.
You got it. Hold on. We got Shakira tickets tomorrow as well. Zoo Lights, Shakira every single day, so keep listening. Kyle's coming up with 3 things you need to know.
I'm going to tell you how cows can actually help you in the bathroom. Next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Kyle and Fug, John, Jay, and Rich. What are 3 things we need to know?
Okay, so Google has now released 2024's most searched for slang words. Up at the top of the list, not surprisingly, demure, sigma, skibidi, and hawk-tua. Preen was also on there, which I just learned what that meant right now, actually. It's slang for a child who tries to act like a teenager. That's my daughter, everyone. She's a preen. 2024 also has it's almost over, right? And so since it's the holidays, the deadlines for shipping out your gifts is approaching very, very quickly. UPS, USPS, FedEx, basically all of them, their last day to ship at the cheapest possible is December 17th or December 18th, depending on which one you go to. Now, the only one that I saw had same day, very last minute, December 24th, like the day before Christmas, was FedEx. Everywhere else, you got to get it in earlier.
Oh, wow. I mean, you've seen, like, in your neighborhood, right? The trucks are everywhere right now.
Oh, yeah. And they're working overtime. So shout out to all the delivery people out there because you guys are the real heroes of Christmas, the real Santas, really, for sure. But yeah, obviously, the longer you wait, the more expensive it is to get your packages there on time. This I saw, and I can't wait to try it. It's totally ridiculous. But they actually say cows can kind of help you in the bathroom. If you are constipated, a doctor says, pretending to blow bubbles or blow out a candle or say moo can actually help you go to the bathroom.
Let's try it. You guys want to bring the mic in the bathroom right now?
They say the way your mouth is working and your abdominals are working to say that helps move things along down there.
Why not say poo?
You could,
poo.
But they say
doesn't work. Moo. Oh my God, I gotta go.
Moo is a little different than poo. It is. It's a little different. So try it next time you're having issues and let us know if it works. And that's 3 things you need to know.
So I need to help with something. My wife gave Rich and I, like, how do you call it? An assignment. Right?
Yes. But
and Rich took it and did really well with it.
Well, yeah, but at the last minute because I didn't really know what I was doing.
And here's what it is. And Kyle's helped me a little bit. But we're shopping for a bunch of kids in foster care individually. And we got these hearts, these paper hearts. And my wife tells me I'm supposed to hand them out to people and they go shop for these kids. I didn't do that. I misunderstood. So it's been a couple weeks now and I still have these hearts. So if you can help me, if you can maybe shoot me a DM if you could help, but I need to shop for a 5-year-old girl, a 12-year-old boy, a 20-year-old girl, an 8-year-old girl, a 20-year-old boy, 20-year-old girl, newborn boy, and a 3-year-old girl. These are all kids that don't have parents and are in foster care. And so I have the list of what each kid wants.
I know there's lots of people every year that go, I want to help, but I don't know who. I don't know where to get like a name or people to shop for. This is like one of those great opportunities.
This is one of those things. So if you DM me, I could just send you the information. You just drop it off at the radio station, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I think those are due today or tomorrow.
You said we had a week. You said I had through next weekend.
Oh,
yeah. No,
because I don't have mine done yet.
We're good. We got time. But if you can shoot me a DM, John J. Van Ness, and you're willing to shop for these kids, that would be very helpful. And I'll send you pictures. Like somebody sent me a thing. We want to help a family out. So I sent them screenshots of all that and never heard back from them. Aww. So they're going to hell.
Jeez.
Anyway.
So extreme.
Go to JohnJayandRich.com or 1047KissFM.com and write us a letter about a family that needs help this Christmas.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.